Hello everyone, I am Professor S. Edarekar and today we would like to discuss about the heuristic search. As we know that in the previous lecture we have seen the different uninformed search strategy. Now in today's lecture we have to discuss about the informed search strategy that is called as the heuristic search strategies. Under the heuristic search strategy we have to discuss about the heuristic search introduction, generate and test, hill climbing and best first search. So first of all, we'll discuss about what is the heuristic and heuristic search. So first of all, we'll see the definition of the heuristics. A heuristic is a method that improves the efficiency of the search process. These are like tour guides. Heuristics may not find the best solution every time, but guarantee that they find a good solution in a reasonable time. So these are particularly useful in solving tough as well as complex problems. And what is the heuristic search? A heuristic function is a function that maps from the problem state descriptions to measures of desirability, usually represented as numbers. And these heuristic search methods that use the knowledge about the problem domain and choose the promising operator first. So these heuristic search methods that use the heuristic functions to evaluate the next states toward the goal state. So specifically h of n, that is nothing but the representation of the heuristic function, that is equal to estimated cost or a distance of minimal cost path from n to a goal state. So under the heuristic search methods, the different algorithms are there. The first of all, generate and test. It is very simple algorithm. So in the first step of this algorithm, so generate a possible solution. Number two, test to see if this is actually a solution. And step 3, quit if a solution has been found, otherwise return to step 1. So generate and test, it is acceptable for simple problems, so it is not useful for the complex problems, and it is insufficient for problems with large space. For example, if a sufficient number of monkeys were placed in front of a set of typewriters and left alone long enough, then they would eventually produce all the works of Shakespeare. Hill climbing. It is another search strategy under the heuristic. Searching for a goal state that is equal to climbing to the top of the hill. Hill climbing is nothing but the generate and test algorithm plus direction to move. So heuristic function is used to estimate how to close a given state is to a goal state. So simple hill climbing algorithm is here. The first step is evaluate the initial state. Number 2, loop until a solution is found or there are no new operators left to be applied. So select and apply new operator, evaluate the new state. If that new state is a goal state, then quit. Otherwise, if it is better than the current state, then it is to new current state. And if it is not better than the current state, then continue in the loop. Simple hill climbing. So evaluation function as a way to inject task specific knowledge into a control process. Steepest ascent hill climbing. Steepest ascent hill climbing. It is also called as a gradient search. The algorithm is that the first it evaluates the initial state, then loop until a solution is found or a complete iteration produces no change to the current state. Successor is equal to a state such that any possible successor of the current state that will be better than successor. That is the worst state. For each operator that applies to the current state and evaluate the new state. If that new state is a goal state, then quit. If it is not a goal state, but if it is better than the successor, then set the successor to the state. So successor is better than the current state, that sets the current state of the successor. There are many disadvantages of the hill climbing. For example, local maxima, or it is also called the local maximum. A state that is better than all of its neighbor, but not better than some other state far away. For example, if you compare that state with the goal state, then it is not a better. but if that state is compared with all the neighboring state, then it is a better. Another disadvantage is that plateau. It is a flat area of the search space in which all neighboring states have the same values. So in this situation, actually we are not able to take the decision which one is the promising state, which one is the better state, because all the states that showing the same values. And last one is the ridge. The orientation of the high region compared to the set of available moves makes it impossible to climb up. However, two moves executed serially may increase the height. So in other words, we can say that when there are steep slopes and the search direction is not towards the top but towards the side. So in this situation, actually the state is not moving towards the goal state. Instead of that, it moved in all other direction. So how we can overcome these disadvantages? The different ways that can be used. The first one is that backtrack to some earlier node and try going to in a different direction. Another solution is that make a big jump to try to get in a new section. And third one is that moving in a several direction at once. Hill climbing is a local method and that decides what to do next by looking only at the immediate consequences of its choice. So global information might be encoded in a heuristic function. So we can conclude that it can be very inefficient in a large rough problem space. Global heuristics may have to pay for computational complexity, and it is often useful when combined with other methods, getting it started right in the right general neighborhood. Now, simulated annealing, it is another the search strategy. It is a variation of hill climbing in which at the beginning of the process some downhill moves may be made. So to do enough exploration of the whole space early on so that the final solution is relatively insensitive to the starting state, lowering the chances of getting the caught at a local maxima or a plateau or a ridge. Physical annealing. So first of all, we'll see what is the physical annealing. The physical substances are melted and then gradually cooled until some solid state is reached. The goal is to produce a minimal energy state. So annealing schedule, if the temperature is lowered sufficiently slowly, then the goal will be attained. So nevertheless, there is some probability for the transitions to a higher energy state, that is e raised to minus delta E upon k into t. So algorithm is here for the simulated annealing. The first, evaluate the initial state. Step number 2, loop until a solution is found or there are no new operators left to be applied. Then set t according to an annealing schedule. Selects and applies a new operator. Then evaluate the new state. If that new state is a goal state, then quit. Otherwise, find out or determine the change in temperature, that is change in values. Delta E, change in energy, is equal to value of current state minus value of new state. If delta E less than 0, then new current state, else new current state with probability raised to minus delta E upon k into t. Now best first search. It is the last strategy under the heuristic search. As we know that depth first search and the breadth first search we already discussed. So both the depth first search and breadth first search have some limitations. So depth first search, not all competing branches having to be expanded, and breadth first search, not getting trapped on dead end paths. So combination of these two is to follow a single path at a time, but switch path whenever some competing path look more promising than the current one. See here, best first search, how it works. With the help of example we can see. Initially the initial state is A, and when we explore the A, it will produce the B, C and D. So its values are 3, 5, 1 respectively. So when we compare this, the D has minimum compared to B and C. Then in the next step we can explore the D. So it produced the E and F having the values 4 and 6. Then all the values of B, C, E and F is compared to each other, and then B is having minimum values compared to C, E and F. Then in the next step we'll explore the B. So it will produce the G and H having the values C, 6 and the 5 respectively. So again we'll compare these values. Then E is a promising node because it has a least values, it has a minimum values, and then it will produce I and J having the values 2 and 1. So in this way, best first search that works. So in this open and the closed list, these two concepts are used. Open list is nothing but the nodes that have been generated but have not examined. This is organized as a priority queue. And closed list, the nodes that have already been examined, and whenever a new node is generated, check whether it has been generated before. So best first search algorithm, how it works, the first step is that open, that is equal to initial state. In the open list there is only one node, that is the initial state. Then step number 2, loop until a goal is found or there are no nodes left in open. So pick the best node in open list, then generate its successor, and for each successor new evaluate it, add it to the open, record its parents, and generate it before, then change the parent and update the successors. Best first search that use the greedy search, that is h of n heuristic function, that is equal to estimated cost of the cheapest path from the node n to a goal state. Uniform cost search, so g of n that is equal to cost of the cheapest path from the initial state to node n. This greedy search, that is neither optimal nor complete. And uniform cost search, that is optimal and complete but very inefficient. Now A star algorithm, that is nothing but simplification of the best first search, that use the both greedy search as well as heuristic function, that is heuristic search. So f of n is equal to g of n plus h of n, that is g of n is nothing but the greedy search and h of n is a heuristic. So h of n is equal to cost of the cheapest path from node n to a goal state, and g of n that is equal to cost of the cheapest path from the initial state to the node n. So we can see here A star algorithm we can formulate like this: f star of n is equal to g star of n plus a star of n. So a star of n is nothing but the heuristic factor, that is equal to estimate of h of n, and g star of n is a depth factor, that is approximation of g of n found by A star so far. Thank you.